Great.
Welcome to Eating for Diabetes. My name is Caroline.
I'm Daisy.
Megan.
And today we are going to put you in the shoes of a newly diagnosed type 2 diabetic. And diabetes is a disease process where the body has decreased insulin sensitivity and production. And insulin is a hormone that helps your body transport glucose into cells to give them energy. And without that, your body starts to have some issues. And so today we're going to teach you a meal plan and ways to construct meals to help eat a well-balanced diet to combat your diabetes. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is how to construct a meal. And this is the American Diabetes Association Create Your Plate template. It is a template that is going to allow you to create your meals in a way that will give you good nutrients that you need and avoid the nutrients that you don't. And so you have your template in front of you. Can you draw the lines on here to make them look just like this one on here? Great. The first section we're going to talk about is the big section on the left, which is your non-starchy vegetables. Some examples of those would be spinach, carrots, green beans, salsa, onions, peppers, tomatoes, things like that that are going to give you those nutrients from those non-starchy vegetables. Our second section is the grains and starchy foods. Those examples would be whole grain bread, cereal, oatmeal, rice, black-eyed peas, pretzels, or low-fat chips are some good options for there. And your last section is protein. Protein examples would be chicken and turkey without the skin. You could do salmon, tuna, tofu, eggs, low-fat cheese, oysters, and lean cuts of beef or pork. And so on your template in front of you, you have 3 different sections up top. Section 1, I want you to pick the best example of a non-starchy vegetable and circle it. Section 2, pick the best example of a grain or starchy food and circle it. And then Section 3, pick the best example of your protein and circle it. What was your choice from Section 1?
I'm going with the spinach salad and balsamic vinaigrette.
That is correct. Spinach salad is a great example of a non-starchy vegetable. What about Section 2?
Black-eyed peas.
That's also correct. That is a great example of a grain or starchy food. And what about Section 3?
A 4-ounce baked chicken breast.
That is the correct answer. Chicken breast is a great example of protein to give you energy. Some tips and tricks for also creating your meal. You can add a serving of fruit or dairy, or both, but as your meal plan allows, you want to keep those in small portions because the fruit can have a lot of sugar and dairy can sometimes have a lot of fat. You can add nuts, avocados, seeds, and vinaigrettes are great additions to salads to kind of spice them up. You want to use oils for cooking instead of butter to lower the fat. And you want to choose healthy fats in small amounts. You can tell it's very important to have a low-fat diet. And so the last thing to top off your meal and wash it down, I want you to pick a drink that you think would be the best for a diabetic. What was your choice?
I want water.
Water is perfect. The other 2 options are high in sugar. If you wanted something that didn't taste like water, you could always have unsweetened tea, but it has to be unsweetened. So Daisy's going to give you some more examples of foods you could put into a meal.
Right, so we do not like just plain, simple meals, right? We like variety. So the ADA has come up with a list of 10 superfoods that you can kind of pick and choose from for your meals. First, we have berries. So what would be a good berry? Blueberries, right. So also you can have strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, anything you like. They're really good with antioxidants and fiber. Then we have beans. Beans can include pinto beans, kidney beans, or black beans. Those are really good with protein as well because half a cup of beans is equivalent to 1 ounce of protein without all the protein in the meat without all the fat. Then we have green leafy veggies. This includes spinach and kale. Those are really good sources because they are low in carb and low in calorie. So you can kind of have like an unlimited amount of those. Nuts, just as Caroline said, they're really good to spice up your meal and they provide those healthy fats that you need. They also help control your hunger. Next we have fat-free milk and yogurt as well, just like Caroline said. You want to stick to that fat-free because too much fat can kind of hurt you down the road. Next we have citrus fruit. This includes oranges, grapefruits, lemons, or limes. They really have a lot of vitamin C and vitamin E. And tomatoes, they're really good sources of vitamin C, vitamin E, and iron. And then we have sweet potatoes. Not a lot of people like sweet potatoes, but they're really good. They're a better alternative than the regular potatoes because they provide more fiber and that nutrients that we would want. As far as whole grains go, you really want to choose those grains that are not enriched or bleached because those are stripped from the wheat, the essential nutrients from the whole grain, which are the bran, or what were they? The germ and the bran. Those really provide the nutrients that you need and the fiber that we want. Next we have fish that are high in omega-3 fatty acids. Popular fish in this category are salmon and tilapia. So now I'm going to bring you to Frog Mart, your local grocery store. Here are your food options that you see while you're walking down the aisles. I would like you to choose 2 options to put into your grocery store that are considered a superfood by the ADA. Great! So can you tell me why you chose this?
Oranges, the citrusy fruit, and then the salmon has the omega-3 in it.
Awesome, perfect. So now Megan's going to teach you how to construct a fruit parfait.
So as Caroline said earlier, it's really hard to find dairy products that are low in fat, and as well as different fruits. You want to be careful with how much you consume because it's high in sugar. So we came up with a fruit parfait, healthy for diabetic diet, and so low-fat yogurt, low in fat obviously, as we mentioned earlier, and then blueberries, which rich in antioxidants, as she had explained. You chose blueberries. And then the almonds, which we're supplementing for, because normally you think of a parfait, you think of granola, but granola, it has some healthy aspects to it, but a lot of the times it has a lot of sugar and carbs and just not good for us. Almonds are good for controlling cholesterol and lowering blood glucose. So we chose that, and so you're going to make a fruit parfait, and I'm going to instruct you. Okay, so first you're going to do the 3 spoonfuls of Greek yogurt. And this is low fat, but it's also Greek yogurt, so what I'm trying to say is the Greek yogurt has more protein than normal yogurt and lower carbohydrates, so it's even better for you.
You can do a big spoonful if you like to.
Yeah, you can just
dig in.
And then, so we're going to be layering the yogurt with the blueberries, so you can just put about 1 tablespoon in there. Maybe 2, maybe 3.
How much you like.
Yeah, the fruits are good for you. And then on top of that would be the almonds, so a teaspoon or so, because then you'll probably add another layer. Yogurt, blueberries, almonds again, depending on how many layers you want, but in moderation, obviously. And then that's essentially it. You have yourself a fruit parfait.
Great. Thank you so much for listening to our Eating for Diabetes. We hope this helps you construct some healthy meals that will help you control your diabetes and thrive in the future. Thank you so much, and enjoy your snack.